Hey everybody, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. We are here in LAX on our tour of America, and we're going to be taking this Spirit Airlines. We're going to be taking the Spirit flight from here down to San Diego. It is a very short flight. We've only got a cruise altitude of 17,000 feet, and we're never really going to get there. Or if we do, we're still going to be on a departure by the time we start working our way around for the approach into San Diego. We're taking off on runway 25 right here in LAX, and we are landing on runway 27 down in San Diego. It is not going to be a long flight, so let's hop on board and we will get going. All right. So nothing's been done here. We will get that on. We will ask them to bring the stairs over. I guess we walked across the ramp. Alright, they are bringing the jetway over, and as soon as that's connected, we can start getting the people on board. But first, parking brake is set. Chocks have been removed. Ground power units connected. Throttle levers are dialed. Engine masters are off. Ignition switch is normal. Batteries, come on. Generator switches are on. External power is on, and the adheres will start to align. So 17,000 feet is our cruise, and the departure actually takes us right down to just outside the San Diego airport, so I don't see us spending much time doing anything. In fact, this is going to be one of the few videos that's not going to have a cut for some nice cruising scenes and music. Get those up, this one up, and as per normal, a notch on each of the floods, and the overhead. Alright. So that's all done. Landing gear lever is confirmed down. Flaps are confirmed up. Spoiler is confirmed retracted. Fuel quantity is good. And seatbelt and electronic devices signs come on. Cabin crew, you can start boarding when you are ready. Alright, so we're going to head down. We're going to send off the weather request, and then we will start working on setting up the aircraft. Well, with the first bit done, we got to get the flight plan in. There we go. So we'll now head over here, do our weather request. We're just going to enter everything in here while we're here. Alright, back to initialization. That's all good. I've actually got a -5, so 170 is done. -5. We'll enter that in. Cost index is set, and our alternate is back here at LA. Flight level November Kilo Sierra 12. Alright, so that's you align, and we'll go to init B and get this in. So 54.5 is our zero fuel weight, and our CG is 27.6. Block fuel today is 51 or 41. I'll work at the 4.1, and our trip wind is a tailwind today of 15 knots. Alright, so we should land, we should have 1.5 tons of fuel on board as a minimum, and we are estimated to be landing with 3.4, so that is all good. Now if we go back to our weather, so LA here, Few clouds at 30,000 feet, not a big deal. 27 degrees, very nice. Winds are 240 at 8 knots. The altimeter is 2994. So we'll get that in the main and the standby. There we go. And let's get the weather for San Francisco, because I doubt that's going to change at all. So 280 at 5. Temperature down there is 26 degrees. Ooh, slightly cooler than here. And 2996. So we're going to go right
Hello,
in.
ladies and gentlemen. I would love to welcome you aboard our flight. When you find your seat, please be sure to place your larger carry-on items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you. Unless you're in a front row, please place all of your items in the overhead bins. If you have any trouble finding a location for your carry-on items, please let a flight attendant know and we would be happy to assist you. If the overhead bin is full after you put your carry-on inside of it, please close the bin as a courtesy to other passengers. Once all your items are put away, please clear the aisle and sit down in your seat to allow other passengers to find their seats as well. If you are seated in an emergency exit row, please read the exit seating responsibilities in the safety card in the seat back in front of you. Please make sure you are willing and able to perform the actions required. If you are not able or prefer not to perform these actions, please let a flight attendant know so you can be reseated. Now's the time to get out any last-minute text messages if you need to, but we ask that once you depart from the gate, you put away any laptops or tablets. Thank you, and welcome aboard.
Alright, 125 is our V1, 126 is our VR, and 130 is our V2. Flexing today at 67 degrees. We've got a long runway here. So that is all good. And for our plan, we are departing on runway 25 right. Let me just, yeah, 25 right. And we are on the KLAX 1 departure. And we are arriving on the RNAV Zulu for runway 27. You want us to do that? Yeah, we can do the calm transition. Or via calm with no transition. That's fine. So if we look at our plan, and you'll see we're going to take off about LAX, make a left turn, arc around, come back in to pick up our first waypoint, and then we will follow it around, go down the coast, and basically we're going to...
We're ready to go when you are.
I'm not sure what these are, but we're going to come down here, we're going to arc around, and then come in. So, pretty straightforward, but we're going to be under manual control since that seems to be a bit of a spaghettified mess, and we're not going to worry about that. So, on the departure, we have to make the turn before 3,000 feet, but we have no maximum restrictions. So 170 is going to be our cruise level as we have entered into our performance, our initialization page 170. So that is all good. So let's get the APU up and going.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight tech.
We will be ready shortly.
Okay, I will hold.
So all the bags are aligned, all the are on board, the catering's on board. What catering there is, you might get some water if you're lucky. APU bleeds are starting up, so transponder, we will go to 2000 and turn it on to TARA. Crew oxygen is on. The air going in the back. Emergency exit lights are on. Throw the beacon on. FMC is set. Departure briefing is complete. And the doors should be good to go. We've signed for the manifest. So we're taking the jet bridge away. We'll lock the cabin door. Quick check on the door page.
Good afternoon, ladies and
Everything
gentlemen,
is done.
and welcome aboard Flight 12, with service to San Diego. Our flight time will be roughly 33 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, secure
Alright,
doors
she's
for
almost
departure.
there. So we're going to push back. We're going to go tail to the left, which will put us over into this little area over here. And then we taxi out, turn left, and head down to the main runway. So this should kick on available any second now. Alright, APU is available. APU bleed on. APU generators are on. External ground power can come off. Fuel pumps will come on. And we are good to go.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight deck.
We are ready for pushback and engine start.
Roger. Release the parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes
is
released.
Pushing back.
And pushback is commencing. Ooh, that actually did something. Interesting. You find these little things that they've made improvements to. They just kind of pop up when you not expecting it. Alright.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your computer.
You are clear
to the
behind,
flight
and you can
attendant
start your
as
engines at your discretion.
aircraft.
Starting engine
You will
1.
notice a light illuminated above your seat. When this light is illuminated, please fasten your seatbelt low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert
Alright,
the metal
that's the
fittings
main
into
wheels.
one another and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight as you may experience unexpected turbulence. Please take a few moments to now locate one of the several emergency exits on this aircraft. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. In case of an emergency and we need to evacuate the aircraft, there is lighting on the floor that will guide you towards the exit. In the
Nicely
event of
done.
decompression, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth. Secure the elastic
Pushback
band
complete.
behind your
Set
head.
parking brakes,
Tighten the
please.
straps if necessary,
Parking
and
brake
breathe
is set.
easily.
Parking brake set.
Although the
Roger.
mask is not
Okay, the
complete,
tow bar
oxygen
is
flowing
disconnected
through the
and the
mask.
equipment is
If you're
clear. We
traveling
will
with a
see you on the
traveler,
left
someone who
side with
requires
the pin.
assistance,
Thanks,
turn
and you
your
can
mask
disconnect
on
and go to
first
hand
and then
signals.
assist others.
Thanks. Have a good
Keep your
flight.
mask
See you
on
later.
until a member of the crew advises
Alright,
you
so
if
they're
you
going to
need
pull off.
In the unlikely
and
event
show
of
us
a
the
water
pins.
landing, a life vest is located in a
And we
pouch
are
under
good to
your seat
start
or between
engine
the armrest.
number 2.
When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Flip it over your head. Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle at the front. Pull the straps tight. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord only when exiting the aircraft. If it doesn't inflate automatically, you may blow into the mouthpiece for manual inflation. Each vest is equipped with a whistle and a light. If you need to, your seat cushion can be used as a secondary flotation device. Please make sure to exit the aircraft as soon as possible and leave your belongings. Please securely stow your personal items. Make sure your seatbelts are fastened and seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is prohibited by law. All of this information and more can be found in the safety card located in the seat back in front of you. We suggest reading this and letting a cabin member know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us again, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
Alright, that's 2 good starts. Ignition can go to normal, and the APU bleed can come off along with the APU. Probe heats, come on. Heading and altimeters are set and cross-checked. Standby instruments are set. Radios and avionics are set. Autopilot is set. Flight directors are on both sides. Auto brake set to max. Flaps are set. Elevator trim set. Flight controls. Full left, full right, neutral, full forward, full back, neutral, left rudder, right rudder, neutral. Flight controls are checked. Taxi light will come on, and we are clear to taxi. So we're going to head out here. We're going to go out taxiway C8 to Bravo and take Bravo right to the end. And then that takes us down to 25 right. Lots of aircraft here today in LA. Not a long taxi. So we are going to be staying with this flight, like I said, all the way. There's going to be no cuts. It's, again, a very short flight. Just watch our speed here. I guess it's a little bit longer than it looks on the diagram, because this is a massive airport. We don't want to get over 25 knots on the taxi roll here. Alright, so we'll arm the speed brake, we'll do our TO config, and warn the cabin crew.
Cabin crew seats for takeoff, please.
Oh, Virgin America over there. United. This guy doing whatever this guy is doing. So he's doing laps. Alright, well, hope you enjoyed your stay here in LA. It's been a lot of fun. We're about halfway through our tour. And we've had some good weather and bad, and we've done some night flying and some day flying. We're having a good assortment of stuff here, which is what we want. Make it interesting. So we don't want this exit coming up. We want the next one. We'll go right down to the end here. Not that we couldn't take off that one. It's Foxtrot. I mean, it's a huge runway. It's almost 13,000 feet. So it's over 2 miles long. That's okay. So we'll go here and get ready to go. Come to a halt. So, flight instruments are checked. Engine instruments are that guy doing the buzzing the tower. Engine instruments are checked. Takeoff data has been checked. Nav equipment is checked. Landing lights, come on. Takeoff to taxis. Strobes. Let's go right on. Strobe lights are on. Pitot heat's fine. De-ice not required today. It's a beautiful day. Transponder will go to on. Weather radar and PWS will come on as well. So we can move out now. Aircraft all over the place today. Down here, this is a huge cargo hub. In fact, this whole south side is a lot of cargo. DHL, FedEx, a whole bunch of stuff. And some private FBOs and stuff like that as well. Alright. So we're lined up and ready to go. Spooling engines, 40%. Engine stable, brakes are released, and up we go to flex. Oop, come on. There we go, flex. So airspeed's alive. .100 knots. V1 rotate. Go up to 10 degrees and positive rate. Gear going up. All right, there's 1,500 feet. We're going to make our turn and we're going to go back to thrust climb. Flaps going up. Try not to get too steep or too big of an angle there. Taking it, heading us to our first waypoint. We look down, say goodbye to LA. So we're almost up to 250. climbing up to 17,000. As I said, it's going to be a short trip. There's the LA Hills. Aircraft coming into land. You see the lights flashing around there.
Gentlemen, we have now passed 2,000 feet. You may turn on larger portable electronic devices. This is also a reminder to please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the duration of the flight and do not form a line near the lavatory.
And you can see we're only 80 miles away, straight line distance to our destination, so it's not going to be long before we are where we have to be. So when we hit that Coleman, we have to be at 5,200 feet. On you. Just looking at some distances here. That's 13 and 17. So that's 30 miles. So at OCN is when we're going to start our descent. And that should take us in fairly well. So we're beginning our descent in 50 miles, pretty much. We're not going to be level for too long. What we will do while we are on our way there is we'll pop out and we'll take a look, see what the aircraft looks like. So, a very, very yellow airplane. You can see the LA basin there. And the view from inside shouldn't be too bad. I don't know who'd fly this flight. I mean, I'd probably take...
As this is a shorter flight, we will not be able to offer in-flight service. Please let us know if there's anything we can do to make your flight more enjoyable, and we will assist you.
Probably be taking the train. But there's the Pacific. And we are looking out at Catalina Island off the coast. Popular place to go, especially if you got money. Let's see what's in the area here. Chino is off in the distance off our wing, and coming up to this mountainy ridge here. Basically just going to follow the coastline until we get to where we've got to make our turn for San Diego. We're heading to the Mission Bay VOR. Yeah, and that's where we'll turn towards Cloman. Okay, Kilo Lima Oscar Mike November. I'll take it as Cloman. So after San Diego, we turn inbound and we start heading towards along the southern part of the U.S., heading back east. Should be good. Not sure where our next destination from here is. Could be Phoenix. It could be Vegas. It could be. No, it could be anywhere really. But I know it is a short hop, so we're 30 miles out. So probably set 6,000 feet for MZB, which it doesn't even have us going to. It's got us going to Kilo. And then I don't know why it's doing that. That takes us. No, we're just gonna go down to MZB after Ocean. We'll probably start our descent a little early too. Maybe at 10 miles. Just to give us enough room. But the rest of the path coming in looks okay. We'll see if it'll do it. I have my doubts. But it's going to be an RNAV visual approach. But the weather here is perfect for that. Catalina Island. Very nice. 9 miles to go. So this is going to be 6,000 feet. And 250 knots. Start slowing her down. Switch over to our destination altimeter. And we're down to 250 knots, so we'll start our descent. And we'll now head direct to MZB, which is the Mission Bay VOR. Please do. There we go, and it took the rest of the route out up till then, so that is perfect. So that's 30 miles away. So we're going to head slightly over the bay here. So we're going to be landing without auto brake. It's over 9,000 foot runway, so it's not going to be required. And everything is set up. 275-degree final course. And 2,000 foot to intercept the glide path, which is a 3.5-degree slope. So it should be about 800 foot descent per minute down to the runway, and the touchdown zone elevation is 17 feet, so pretty much zero. So we'll see after MZB if it goes to Comb here, which is the next waypoint, or if it wants us to go straight to the runway. Home we have to be at 6,000 feet, and then it's 5,200 feet, then 4,800 feet, then 3,700 feet, 3,200 feet at Say, which is after we come around the corner here, and then 2,000 feet at Rebo, and then in. So if I'm looking at my charts right, this bit of water here is Mission Bay, and the airport is right about there on the edge of the other bay there, that lighter patch. Alright, there's 10,000 feet-ish. So we'll throw the lights on. Come on, get on. Turn you on. Sun's going down, but it's not dark yet, so we're pretty good there. Seatbelt signs are still on. Everything else is still good. So there's 10,000 feet.
We have begun our final descent into San Diego. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time.
So speed landing system is not required. Landing lights are on. Fuel quantity is checked. Gears up. Flaps up.
Either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you.
Alright. So we're about 13 miles out. Coming into the outskirts of San Diego. The air base is over here somewhere, Miramar. Marine Corps Air Station. We might see it. Oh, there it is. I think that is it right there. And seeing some terrain glitches, some world seams and stuff like that out there as well. Speed is getting up a little bit, so let's just 240. Judicious use of the spoilers. And we're going to get ready to crank on the heading indicator if we have to. This is going to happen kind of fast. miles out. No weather. I'm going to turn on the train radar just because we do have some hills we'll be going towards. We'll arm you for now. The airport there in front of us, and looks like San Diego itself starting to come into view. Yep, you went the wrong way, so we are going to do our own turn and down to 5,200 feet. So not much of a wind, so we can pretty much work it ourselves. So we're going to take you to 80. That should take us towards Clom. It's interesting how you got the little gullies and ravines there in San Diego, and the houses are built on top. Roads down into valleys. A little high school back there by the looks of it. Heading over to Clom. I haven't been there, but it looks interesting. Gonna have to definitely go visit someday. There's Miramar Air Station, where the Top Gun school is, for those who remember the movie Top Gun. Alright, let's get everyone ready to go. Another aircraft coming in by the looks of it. Let's see him out the window. Just where is he? About there. Might not pick up the light. So we descended a little early. That should be, we should have been at 6,000 to here. The next one is Jermaine. Okay, well, let's see if it'll take us there. It wants us to go there, and that's at 5,200 feet. We're going to go into approach mode. Speed come down. See if it picks up the next one, which should be not sure which way it's taking us. That's okay. So 4,800 feet will be our next drop in altitude. There we go. Alright, well, it's made its own waypoints, but it is kind of taking us around to where we gotta go. There's the mountains coming in. 3,700. We're going to need a little bit more air braking going on here. Alright, this is helping. Alright, so this is instead of, say, should be at 3,200 now. And we are very high. Revo, we should be at 2,000. Start slowing down. Flaps 1. See the airport ahead of us. Flaps 2. Gear down. Alright. So I'm going to set our approach speed can stay managed. Bring you in and arm you. Flaps 3. We are high. That's fine, we can work on that. And flaps full. Alright. Autopilot is off, auto throttles are on. Gear down 3 green. Autopilot's on. Go around altitude is set. Landing memo. No blue. Landing speed is managed. We're still high. We're going to nose her down slightly. San Diego all laid out in front of us. 1,000 to go. Start easing off our descent slightly. Just in case we go long, I'm going to put on the auto brake as 1. There we go, 1 red.
500, 500, 100 above. Minimum.
Continue.
400, 400, 300.
There we go.
200.
2 whites, 2 reds. Alright, pulling back.
100. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Little firm, but we are down. Reversers are on. 60 knots. Reversers are off.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to San Diego. The local time is 3:27 p.m. and it's currently about 79 degrees Fahrenheit. You can now use your mobile devices Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins, as items may have shifted during the flight. If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us. If you're making a connection, we encourage you to check your itinerary to ensure a smooth continuation of your journey.
Oop. There we go. Here's our gate. Actually, it's over here. Couldn't see the line there. Weird parking angles. That's fine. But welcome to San Diego. And we are here. Oh, parking brake on. Let's just confirm. External power is available. Very good. All right, so parking brake is set. Thrust levers are at idle. Ground contact. If we could have the jetway, please. Thank you. Jetway is being connected. Ground operations as required. Good. Electrical is established. We now have electrical power. Engine masters come off. Stop that. Beacon light will come off. Taxi light will come off. We'll leave the other lights on. Anti-ice passenger signs, although they're not listening. They're getting up before we're ready. Doors, flight directors will come off. Auto throttle will come off. And fuel pumps all come off. Ecam's fine. Doors, adheres. Not worried about avionics. No smoking signs are off. APUs and batteries. Well, we're not shutting her right down. We are good. So we'll open up the door and we can go out and say goodbye to everyone who flew with us today. There's a nice view to leave it with. Thank you very much for flying. We'll see you on the next one as we continue our tour across America. Bye for now.